Lauren Ignited.
What's up, y'all? Jay Salam here from Sync Radio FM on behalf of my friend Lauren from Lauren Ignited. We're here today with Jesse Saunders, the originator of house music and one of the chosen few DJs. We're actually here on location at the Chosen Few Picnic here in Chicago, Illinois, the home of house music, and just having a little conversation with my man here. So tell me, 25 years passed last year, so this year, what's different for you guys this year? What are you guys looking forward to as far as for the event? And
it's different. It's the same old thing. Well, hopefully, you're doing something right when it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So this year, we pretty much got it manageable. Last year was the first year we had the VIP stage out here. So that was interesting, because what we're trying to do is everybody wants to be on stage.
Right.
We only have a certain amount of room, so we need to put them somewhere where they couldn't get on stage and they could have their own stage, because all they want to do is be seen.
Right, of course.
Over here,
That makes a lot of sense. You see that a lot happening.
Now we have a nice, tight, clean stage.
Yeah. No, it looks great. It's very well organized. I got kicked off personally on stage, but yeah. So 25 years. We talked a little bit earlier. You saw things really kind of grow exponentially about 10 years ago. So what was it like when you first got started? When you guys did this? Tell us a little bit about how that started. I know it's a really long story, and I've actually had the pleasure of discussing that with you, and soon to come on a podcast myself. But how did it start? And now you've seen it grow so much. What was the differences? What was the same? What was different?
Well, the difference is about 50,000 people compared to about 50 when we started. So that's the difference.
Yeah.
It started actually from a get-together that Alan King, myself, Tony Hatchett, and Kim Parham, who's always been a part of our crew. We had been, off to college, starting new jobs, doing different things. So we hadn't really, been together in probably 6, 7, 8 years, doing this. So we were like, we should do a reunion. It was Christmas of 1989, I'll never forget it. It was terrible, about 5 degrees below zero. Place we rented had no heat. They had one space heater, trying to blow some heat in there. We had I think it was a $1 party or a $2 party or something like that, trying to get people in there. So for the first 3 hours, nobody's there. So we're freezing. We're all up in there like, okay, we should just back up and go home. And about 12:01, there was a line down the street, around the block and everything. And within 15, 20 minutes, the place is just jam-packed. Walls are sweating, the whole 9 yards. So after that, we were like, this is cool, but we're not doing it in the winter. So Tony and Andre and their mom and the sisters used to do a July party behind the Museum of Science and Industry, which is right off the lagoon. It's on the other side of where we are now. And we just kind of hijacked their 4th of July party, brought out some turntables and started playing. And every year from that, people just started coming until maybe 10 years into it, it was probably 600, 700, 800 people coming out, right? And the park was like, you guys are getting too big for this area. We're gonna need to move you next year. So the next year we came in, there was so many people, because they actually gave us a permit for there again. They made that mistake.
Right.
There was so many people all the way down around the lagoon, back over here where the tennis courts are. I mean, before, for say the first 19 years, I knew everybody there. People you went to high school with, people you grew up with, family, the whole 9 yards. I looked out this year and I didn't know anybody. And I'm sitting here, I go around and ask people, where you from? Oh, I'm from Seattle, I'm from Phoenix, I'm like, how do you even know about this? This is a Chicago thing. Well, a friend of mine's from Chicago. She told me this is a very nice event to attend where people get along, the music is great, and it's nothing but love, there are no fights and everything. I'm like, really? So you just define house music basically. And she's like, yeah, I didn't even know what house music was, but I'll be back every year. And that kind of set the tone for how it grew exponentially from there. So the next year we moved over to the Midway, which is University of Chicago, right off of Stony Island, and we backed up traffic for about a mile. There was so many people. I'd say the year before we moved, there might have been 4,000 people. When we went over there was about 10,000 people that next year. And then we got too big for that, and the University of Chicago playing, because everybody left the trash out there. And, you know, it was just crazy. But that was just because our cleanup crew was coming the next day. So the next year we moved on the other side of the park from where we are now. And that year we must have had 20, 25,000 people. We're too big for that side, so then they moved us over here. So we've been here for the last 8 years.
When did you guys start using like a management company to actually start doing all this?
Well, we used to manage it ourselves. Again, it was a homegrown thing. It was never meant to be what it is today, what it's grown into. It was a get-together of all, you know, just organic. We never promoted, no marketing, no nothing. You know, it's just word of mouth. So by the time we got over here in maybe our 3rd year, we had to get a bigger stage because there was so many people you couldn't see anybody because you know we were down here and people were all in front of you. And then so we brought in a bigger stage over here, and I think that's the year we brought in Dwayne Woods with the bigger sound system too, because we had smaller systems before. As a matter of fact, the first guy that played, or second guy that played, Greg Gray, used to provide the sound system for us.
Oh wow!
Initially. But so yeah, we moved over here, and I think, let me see, this is our 4th year with them, 5 years. So about the 21st anniversary is when the city said, you all are too big, you gotta get a production company.
Nice.
That's kind of what happened.
Well, this is, it's definitely been an incredible experience being here. I always get goosebumps whenever I step into a crowd that's as diverse. Actually, it's a little less diverse than like what you might see in Houston, where you see more, you know, like the Caucasians and, you know, Hispanics. Here it's just a very, it's what's really incredible about this is a South Side party. And just this morning we found out that there were 4 people killed in the South Side. And for a place, that's it. Yeah, that's it. And
by the end of the weekend, it'll be up to about 80.
And for a place that an event that's happening, that's based around urban culture, that's in the South Side, to happen without any incident, that's just a true testament to what house music really means to people and what it's about. It's you know, and you can attest to that. You've been here.
I don't want to scare anybody, but we're actually in the heart of like all the gang territory. They're like surrounding us on all sides, but they don't mess with this event. As a matter of fact, anybody that comes over here and tries to start anything, they keep them away. And that's how much love we have here.
That's
in this area. Because a lot of people, you know, say, "Oh, that's on the South Side," and you know, Jackson Park, we're not going over there. I'm like, you're safer over here than you are in your own neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know?
That's incredible. Well, what do you have coming up? I know that you're probably working on some more music. You're in Vegas now.
Oh, yeah.
You moved back and forth from LA to Vegas, so now
I love LA
back.
with all my heart, but I had to get out of there. It's just getting too expensive.
You got any projects you're working on right now?
Yeah, I got one coming out on Bryn Music, which is DeMarcus Lewis's label, called Shout, that I did with Danny Ive. She was the one that did Sunshine as well.
Right, yeah.
And she's on tour with Gallant right now. Actually, she's in the city. They're actually playing the other, I forget the name of the festival. Main Festival, yeah, Mamie Festival. They're playing that, so hopefully I'm trying to get her over here so she can hang out as well. But that's coming out sometime this month. It's been pushed back twice, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm always working on some new stuff.
It's always good to talk to you. Thanks for taking time out of your day. This is an amazing event.
It's nice to sit down. This is actually a welcome thing. Because usually I'm standing up and I have to tell myself all day to sit down because my feet are killing me by the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Thanks a lot.
You got it, my brother. Thanks for coming out. It's good to see you in Chicago.
Brother Jabril J. Salam for Lauren Ignited and Sync Radio. Check out Sync Radio, 90.1 FM, KPFT, Houston, Texas. Thanks.